What if I told you that silence might be the most powerful thing you can practice today? The Buddha once said, "Silence is better than meaningless words." And isn't that something we've forgotten in today's world? We live in a time where oversharing feels like the norm. Social media encourages us to express every emotion, every thought, every success, and every failure. But here's the truth. Not everything we feel needs to be spoken. Not everything we think needs to be heard. Have you ever shared something personal only to later regret it? Maybe the other person didn't understand, or worse, they judged you for it. That's because words, once released, can't be taken back. They can heal, but they can also harm. Silence, on the other hand, is a form of wisdom. It's not emptiness, it's protection. It allows us space to process, to feel, to understand, without being pulled into unnecessary drama or external noise. So today, I invite you to pause, to listen more than you speak. Let silence be your teacher, your shield, and your sanctuary. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. Inner peace. It's something we all crave, but often search for in the wrong places. According to Buddhist wisdom, peace doesn't come from a perfect job, a relationship, or a quiet environment. True peace begins within, when we learn to stay centered no matter what's happening around us. But here's the catch. Peace is fragile. It can be shaken by a harsh word, a single argument, or someone's judgment. And the more we open up our emotional world to the wrong people, the more we risk that peace being disturbed. Think about it. Have you ever felt calm until you shared your feelings with someone who didn't understand or who responded with criticism instead of compassion? That's why in Buddhism, we're taught to guard our inner world like a sacred temple. You can offer kindness, presence, and wisdom to others, but not every emotion needs to be exposed. Your peace is precious. Protect it. Nurture it. Not everything deserves access to the sanctuary you've built inside. The Buddha once said, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts." And when you stop and reflect, you'll see how true that is. Our minds are like gardens. If we plant seeds of compassion, gratitude, and hope, they bloom. But when we allow anger, fear, and resentment to take root, those weeds can quickly take over. Now think about this. How often do we speak out of frustration? We vent, we complain, we criticize, hoping it will make us feel better. But instead, it often fuels the fire. And it doesn't just hurt us. Negative words burden those who hear them too. In Buddhism, there's a powerful teaching called right speech, to speak only what is true, necessary, and kind. So before you say something, pause and ask yourself, will this bring peace or will it bring pain? You don't need to suppress your feelings, but not every thought needs a voice. Some are better transformed in silence, through breath, through awareness. Because your words are not just sounds, they shape the world, yours and others. There's a deep human need to be heard, especially when we're hurting. And often when we feel lost or overwhelmed, we reach out. We talk, we open up, we hope someone will understand. But here's something Buddhism gently teaches us. Not everyone who listens truly cares. And not every smile hides good intentions. Sharing your pain is not weakness, it can be healing. But revealing your deepest wounds to someone who lacks compassion or integrity can do more harm than good. They may judge, they may gossip, or worse, they may use your pain against you. So ask yourself, is this person truly capable of holding my story with kindness? If the answer is no, maybe silence is the safer, wiser choice. In this world, trust is sacred, and your heart is not meant to be handed to just anyone. Be discerning. Share your story with those who've shown you they can hold it gently, with empathy, not ego. Because your vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a gift. treat it, and yourself with care. We all have dreams, goals that keep us going, visions of the future that light up our hearts. But here's something most people don't realize. Talking too much about those dreams can actually hold us back. According to Buddhist wisdom, when we share our plans too early, we invite more than just support. We open the door to pressure, expectations, and even envy. You might notice it yourself. The moment you say, "I'm going to start a business," suddenly you're surrounded by opinions. Are you sure? That's risky. What if it fails? Even the most well-meaning advice can plant seeds of doubt. And doubt, over time, weakens our drive. So instead of announcing every move, try moving in silence. Let your actions speak. Let your results unfold naturally. Because the most powerful successes are the ones that surprise the world, not the ones declared too soon. Your journey doesn't need an audience to be valid. It just needs your quiet commitment, your daily effort, and your trust in the process. Have you ever done something kind and then felt disappointed because no one noticed? It's okay. We've all been there. In a world where likes and praise are currency, it's natural to want recognition. But according to Buddhist wisdom, the truest form of kindness asks for nothing in return. The Buddha once said, "A good deed brings joy to the heart, whether seen or unseen." And when you think about it, doesn't that make kindness even more beautiful? When you give from a place of love, not ego, not reward, your actions carry a different energy. They become offerings, quiet blessings, ripples of compassion in a world that desperately needs more of it. So next time you help someone, donate, or offer a listening ear, try doing it silently. Let your goodness be your own secret. No need for applause, no need for credit. Because in the end, the universe always sees. And the joy that blossoms in your heart, that's the real reward. Let your kindness be like a candle lighting another, without ever asking to be seen. Silence. It's often misunderstood. We think of it as emptiness, as absence. But in the light of Buddhist wisdom, silence is not the absence of sound. It's the presence of wisdom. In a world that constantly urges us to speak, to post, to react, silence becomes a radical act of clarity. It allows us to pause, to listen, not just to others, but to ourselves. It's in that stillness where we reconnect with peace, with purpose, and with truth. So as you move through your day, remember this. You don't need to share everything. Choose your words like seeds. Speak only what nurtures growth, what brings light, what heals. And when in doubt, choose stillness. Let silence be your strength. Let it protect your peace and sharpen your insight. Not everything in life is meant to be shared. In a world where self-expression is constantly encouraged, even expected, we forget that holding something back can also be a form of wisdom. Don't speak when emotions are still storming. Anger, frustration, sadness. These emotions are like waves, and the words you speak in the middle of that wave, they can crash and cause more harm than healing. Buddhist wisdom teaches us, wait, breathe, write it down if you must, but only speak when your heart is calm enough for your words to be true, not reactionary, because words said in heat can burn bridges that took years to build. Don't overshare when you're still healing. Some wounds are sacred, still raw, still processing. When you share too soon, especially with those who don't understand or truly listen, it can reopen pain instead of relieving it. Healing is a private journey. Give yourself the gift of space to understand before explaining, to feel before narrating. You don't need approval to grow. You need silence, safety, and self-trust. When you're ready, you'll know. And then, your story will not be a cry for help, but a message of strength. Remember this, silence isn't weakness. It's strength under control. It's the highest form of self-respect. So as you move through life, protect your peace, speak when your words can heal, and stay silent when they might harm. Choose stillness over noise, and let your calm be louder than chaos. Because in silence, you don't lose your voice, you find your clarity. If today's message touched your heart, even just one sentence, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue walking this mindful path together. Because peace doesn't shout, it whispers. And only those who are still enough hear it. Until next time, stay kind, stay present, and let silence guide your light.